Donald Trump has now been caught twice this week altering articles that he has been posting on Truth Social. According to a report from the folks at Midas Touch, Donald Trump has posted screenshots of 2 articles from Newsweek just this week. But instead of just posting screenshots of the whole article, he has had his team edit out certain parts that are either flattering for President Biden or unflattering for Donald Trump. So he is basically, as Midas Touch says, pulling a real 1984. This is straight up Orwellian what Donald Trump is doing, because he's just taking out the bad stuff, taking out the good stuff about Biden, and making it seem like these writers are doing nothing but praising him. Let me read you. The folks at Midas Touch put together a list of the things that Donald Trump has edited out of the articles this week. One is a reference to a polling company that predicted Joe Biden would win the 2020 election. In 2020, Joe Biden won the popular vote by 4.5% in what was a record-breaking turnout. He took that out. Trump had a 43.1% approval rating at this same point in his presidency. He took that out. And Robert Hur saying that criminal charges were not warranted against Biden. He took that out as well. So here's what this kind of shows us. It shows us that, yes, Donald Trump knows that he is facing some trouble in this election. Even though the title of one of the articles that he altered was Joe Biden's chances versus Donald Trump, slim at best, says Major Pollster. And yeah, that was the real headline. But it also basically tells us in that article that Biden is currently projected to win. So Trump took out all that part because these headlines, of course, are deceptively misleading sometimes. You got to do that to get the clicks. That's what these news websites understand. So Trump goes in, identifies the key sections that he wants removed, tells his people, make these things not exist. They give him back the edited images and he posts the screenshots. You know, he shouldn't have to do that, right? If it was actually a flattering article, he could just post a link to it. But he's not doing it because he doesn't want his supporters to see anything negative about him or anything positive about Biden. Again, I cannot stress to you how Orwellian this is. This is Ministry of Truth stuff. If you haven't read 1984 in a while, I do encourage you to go back and reread it. I try to read it like once every, 2 or 3 years at this point. And every time I do, it's like, yeah, that sounds familiar. And this is exactly what Trump has tried to do by rewriting his own reality. And it's not just the alternate reality for him that's his safe space. It has become a safe space for all of these idiot MAGA cult members out there. They also buy into it. They also want to feel safe and secure and feel that everything that they think and believe is the correct thing. And they need that validation. But they can't get the validation in the real world. So they have to get the validation from the altered articles, from fake news, from all of these sources that are not real, because that is the only way they can feel validated. But yeah, Trump is literally spreading fake news. The man who came up with that term and made it a household word, Trump is the one spreading the fake news.